Hi, it's Amanda the Nail Polish Hound, and this video is the second one sorting through my green nail polishes. And the first one this time is this Trend It Up polish that was gifted to me. It is very pretty with a little bit of a pink shimmer hiding away in there. It's very sheer, so you either need 3 or 4 coats to build this up, or you can wear it over a complementary colour. If you want to make it look like it does in the bottle, a slightly paler green. If you want it to look a little bit darker, you can put it over a darker or more vibrant green. And this is what it looks like on the nail wheel. You can just get a bit of a hint of that pink shimmer around the edges there. This one's staying in my collection. Next we have got a Franken nail polish that I created to mix in with the model's own collection. This was the blue, but I added some yellow to it to create a green. Then I put it in my shaker, and when you do that, all of the little black glitters like to go to the middle of the bottle, I found. So probably best you don't do this. Just shake it manually. It still works fine, the polish is okay, it's just doesn't look so great anymore. So that's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel. That one's staying in my collection. Next up is quite similar, is Moonshine Manny's Mint to Be. This was a Swatch Fest exclusive, and I was really desperate to get hold of this polish. I actually created the inspiration for it, and it's meant to be mint choc chip ice cream. This one was sent to me by Louise, and I was so happy to get it, but it doesn't suit my skin tone. It was one of those polishes where I was just desperate to get it back off my nails. I didn't enjoy wearing it at all, so Louise, let me know if you only sent it to me because you knew how much I wanted it. If you would like it back, I'll send it back to you. If not, I'll pass it on to somebody else. It is a lovely polish, but I know I'm not going to wear it, so I want to make sure it finds a good new home. So that's Mint to Be by Moonshine Manny, leaving my collection. Next is an Ada's Nails. This one is called Pamela. I think I've worn this. It's a little bit paler and slightly more blue toned, and this one is going to be okay against my skin tone. It's full of flakes, of multicoloured flakes, and I'm definitely going to be keeping this one, so I haven't swatched this. And then we have a 9-0, and this is quite a famous polish. It's called Ectoplasm, and very unusual green, almost neon green, very, very bright, with all sorts of different coloured glitters in it. I think I wore this once as an accent nail for a Halloween manicure. I'm not sure how much I like it, so I think I'm going to wear this one again just to check. The collector in me wants to keep it because 9-0 aren't making polish anymore, but if I'm not going to wear it, there's no real point, and I'm sure there'll be somebody else who would like it. So for the moment, this one is on the pending pile, and we will see after I've worn it again whether I keep it or not. But for the moment, it's staying in my collection. Here's my next little grouping. These have all got shimmer or other components in, and are sort of in the same sort of tone. And this is the first one. It's by Wildflower Lacquer, and it's called It's Showtime. You can see this one's got a really strong sort of magenta shimmer in it, which is really unusual. It's also quite strong on the nail as well. That's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel, and this one's definitely staying in my collection. And then another one with a shimmer in it. This time it's more of a pink to orange. It's by Cirque Colours and it's called Succulent Garden. This one's a little bit more subtle, but I really loved it when I wore it. In comparison to the last one, it doesn't look anywhere near as interesting, but I do like it, and I can get away with wearing this one for work because it's not so sparkly. So this one is staying in my collection too. Next is this old princess nail lacquer. It's called Fauna, the Gift of Song. You can see that it's got little green micro flakes in it. It is very unusual. This is what it looks like on the nail wheel. But it's not the kind of green that I'm going to wear. I think I have worn this one once, didn't particularly enjoy it, and it's getting quite old now, so I'll either dispose of this one or see if there's anyone I know who would like it. So Fauna, the Gift of Song is leaving my collection. Next is a Missouri polish. This one is called Peace in Love. I have worn this one relatively recently and I did really enjoy it. That's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. So that one is staying in my collection. And last in this little grouping is a Holo Taco. This one's called Alien Infatuation, and it's sort of a greeny grey base with a green shimmer and a scattered micro holographic glitter, and it's very pretty. It looks very different in different lighting, but this one's going to be staying as well. And that's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel. So this next little grouping are all micro flakes and or glitters. They're a bit lighter in colour. And this first one is a Princess Nail Lacquer. It's called Poseidon. Again, you can see in the bottle there multiple colour shifts in this one, plus the flakes. It is quite subtle on the nail despite what it looks like in the bottle, but very pretty in the sunlight. That's what it looks like on the swatch wheel. This one is staying in my collection. Next we have this tiny little green glitter, and this one is called Moonstruck. It's by For Your Nails Only. I have used this one in a project polish before. I didn't get around to using it up, as you can see by the lines there. It is getting difficult to work with and it's a little bit gloopy. I've actually restored it since I painted the swatch wheel, and I'm going to pop this one out to make sure that I wear it a little bit before it gets to the point where I can't rejuvenate it again. So that's what this one looks like. So that one's staying for now. And then we have this Ada's Nails, which I don't think I have worn. I was desperate to get hold of this one when it came out. I've had it for years, and I'm pretty certain I've never worn it, and it's called Mantis. And this is what it looks like on the swatch wheel. So I'm going to leave that one out and make sure that I wear that one. I'll probably be putting this onto my autumn nail polish rack. So when I swatched that little For Your Nails Only glitter that I just showed you, this one, I thought that it was looking a little bit similar to the pixie dust next to it, so I swatched these ones next to each other. And the cap is starting to degrade on this one. It's got all sticky. It's called Vega. As I said, it is one of the pixie dusts. I went through a period where I was buying as many of these as I could. This one I'm not particularly fond of. It's very blue toned and it's very sheer, so I'm going to let that one go. And then we have another green Zoya with microflakes and glitters in it. This one's quite yellow toned. It's called Stasi. Again, it is quite sheer and it needs to be worn over the top of something else really. But because of the yellow tone, I'm not too keen on it, and you can see just how sheer this one is. So this one's going to be leaving my collection as well. Almost at the end now. We've got these and just a few more afterwards. Moving into the darker colours now. The first one is this Sister Chic. It's called Swamp Thing Revisited. I have used this polish. I did quite enjoy it, but it's not the sort of colour that I really reach for. That's what it looks like on the swatch wheel, but I've got other polishes that I think I prefer that are similar to this one. So I'm going to let this one go. Next we have a China glaze. This one is called Agro, and I really like this one. It's a sort of shimmery olive colour. That's what this one looks like on the swatch wheel. Haven't worn this in a while, but I really would like to wear it again sometime soon. But I think I'm running out of room on my autumn nail polish rack, so it might not make it this year, but it's staying in my collection. And a little bit similar to that last one is this Wicked polish, and this one is called Forest. It's a dark green with a bit of gold in it. And I bought this one originally because it stamps, but it's a nice polish on its own. You can see it's clearly different to the last one, and this one is going to be staying in my collection too. Next we've got this little Loon by Emily polish. This one's called Yasera. I think this is a brand that's also not making nail polish anymore. This is what it looks like on the swatch wheel. I do like this colour as well. I might revisit it if I don't wear it, because I can't remember the last time I did wear this one, but it is for the moment staying in my collection. This next one is an Insta Dry by Sally Hansen. It's called Jumpin' Jade. Can't remember whose channel I saw this one on and wanted it. It's got a bit of ugly bottle syndrome going on. I'm not really keen on this colour. It's quite a sort of bluey green, quite dark. Doesn't suit me especially well. It's got that sort of blue-green colour smell to it. And I don't like the bottles for these either. So all in all, this one's going to be leaving my collection. That's what it looked like on the swatch wheel. And last in this little group, we've got this old Revlon polish. This one's called Rainforest. I thought I was going to destash this one until I wore it. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. And I loved it. And I loved it when I wore it, so it's going to be staying in my collection, and that's what it looks like. On to the last three now, and I haven't swatched these ones because I know I'm going to be keeping them all. And the first one is a discontinued Hollow Taco. This is a full coverage glitter polish. It's called Everything is Pine, and I love this. I only ever use it as an accent nail, but it's so pretty, especially around the festive period. Part of a set as well, but I have actually got rid of the collection box for this one, so less important for me to hold on to all of the polishes, but I actually quite like them all, so spoiler alert, they are all going to be staying in my collection. So that's Everything is Pine by Hollow Taco. Next we've got this old CBL. This one is called The Master. I think it's a Doctor Who related polish again. I put this one with the greens because it does pull quite green in certain lighting. For the moment, of course, whilst I'm filming, I can only get it to look blue and purple. I don't think I've ever worn this, so I must wear it sometime soon. It's a lovely polish, and if there's room on that autumn nail polish rack, I might pop it on there or just leave it out to wear it anyway. Then I might finally find out what colour it really is. So that's The Master, staying in my collection. And last but not least, we have this Hollow Taco, and this one is called Brucey, and it's almost black with a hint of green to it, a little bit of a shimmer in it there. And that one is from the Sophia collaboration, and this one's going to be staying in my collection. So that one was a little bit more successful on the destash front, with 6 nail polishes leaving my collection. If you've enjoyed this video, I've got a whole series of destash videos going on, and I'll link the playlist to those at the end of this video. In the next video of this series, I'm going to be looking at my teal and turquoise nail polishes. I hope I'll see you there. Bye!